Welcome to Just John and April, the relationship podcast, your place for life, love, and laughs. In today's episode, I don't feel like a man, questions we want answered that really don't matter, and the word of the day. Hey, babe.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. I just thought about something.
What?
I thought about the fact that you had surgery a few months ago on your back.
I did.
And,
that's true.
You know, I really haven't asked you how you're doing and how you're feeing.
You haven't really asked me that.
No. I mean, everything went by so fast. So, like,
It
you know.
It really did.
It's been a lot.
And to be honest with you, I mean, we just moved here and we had like 50 million things happen back to back to back. And then I had back surgery, which was crazy.
It's crazy.
I actually feel way better now. I feel like I'm 100%.
Really?
Okay, so let's put it this way. There were several things I couldn't do for several months.
Yeah.
I couldn't lift anything more than 20 pounds. That was very difficult for me. There were a lot of things I couldn't do. And now I can pretty much do everything. I can play golf again, stuff like that. That's great. But what I can't do still, the doctor said I cannot do P90X like we used to do.
Yeah.
And I can't run or jump.
Right.
But I can do like push-ups and stuff and whatever. So I guess I can't feel 100% because I can't do all that stuff yet again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, how do you feel? Like,
yeah,
how's
physically,
your
I feel
back?
great. I feel great. I mean,
don't feel stiff.
Remember, you know, we had visitors recently, and I went outside and brought all their bags in.
That's
I was
true.
all amped about it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm used to doing that, and for several months, I couldn't even pick up their bags and help them. I mean, Mom and Dad came. You know what? I guess it's good having a 14-year-old. You know, I got John do stuff.
Yeah.
But still, man, it's just not the same. So I feel good. So if I'm going to put a percentage on it, I would say 90%. I feel 90% like my old self.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Am I acting weirder?
No.
Okay, good.
That's probably why I didn't ask you. Because it's like you were back to normal. And I wasn't even thinking like, you know, I wonder how he's feeling about that. And I thought about that today. I was like, you know, I'm going to ask him
I'm fine.
How he's doing.
I'm fine. You did really good. You know, you and the kids actually, you know what you guys did that really helped? I think I'm actually one of those men that, I don't want to say I don't listen to the doctor. I mean, I listen, but I just feel like when he talks to me about stuff, I hear him as, basically I think to myself, that's for other men.
Wow, that's so true. You do.
And you guys did well.
I didn't know that's how you felt, but that's exactly how it feels to me.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. And I feel like I remember several times John and Julia or you saying to me, Daddy, don't pick that up. No, let me get that.
Right.
And stuff. And at least at the beginning. And I remember that was helpful because I really think I probably would have re-injured myself.
Wow.
If I hadn't.
So you actually need us to.
Yeah.
Remind you?
Yes. I think that's maybe a good way of putting it.
Okay. when you feel better, it's easier to say that, I guess.
That's true. Yeah, it was hard during the actual time. You know, it was, man, that wasn't easy.
No.
It was, and I think the main reason why is because, and you don't realize it until you're going through it, there's a bunch of stuff that you associate with being a man that you don't realize you think of it that way. And once I couldn't do it anymore, I'm not going to lie, I felt like less of a man. I mean, to have you picking stuff up instead of me, I'm like, what is this?
And it's so funny because I was like trying to understand that. Like as a woman, I try to understand it. Like, you know, I know that these are his feelings, but I really don't understand that. And I'm not sure women do. I mean, I'm not sure women understand that, you know?
I don't think they do either.
But I know as a woman, and you going through that, and I watched you getting frustrated because I had to pick up things. Matter of fact, I injured myself because we were bringing in all that furniture.
Were we trying to move this thing?
We actually bought several pieces of furniture.
Yeah.
During the time that you had the surgery.
And I didn't help bring any of it in.
I had to bring in.
Hey, we bought a couch.
We had some help, but I had to bring in.
We bought a new couch for the man cave.
With
and I didn't
your
help
father.
at all.
Matter of fact, your father really couldn't help either because his back.
True.
But it was me and Paul.
Pop really couldn't help either. It was John.
It was me,
It was
Paul,
John,
and
you, and Paul.
But it was really me and Paul. At the end.
Right, you're right.
And I was about to have back issues for real.
I'm sorry, babe.
It was bad.
I hate that, man.
But
I hate that.
let's go back because
Okay.
I don't want you to feel bad.
Okay, good.
But what I'm saying is I did it. I can do that. And so I don't understand why, you couldn't just allow that to happen without you trying to, and me having to say, babe, you can't do it. Stop.
Yeah.
You're going to hurt yourself again, but
It's weird.
it's
I don't
it's a
like.
man thing. I
Yes,
know that.
it is. And you know what? I'm not even going to say, I don't feel like it was an ego thing. Like maybe that's how you thought of it, but I felt like it was something I didn't think defined me that I think may define me in some ways. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example of when I felt like, man, like measly.
Okay.
Remember we were at Home Depot.
Yeah. Oh.
Went to Home Depot.
Oh, I felt so bad.
We were buying a new Christmas tree. And we were in the Christmas tree section at Home Depot. And I went to find someone to get the Christmas tree and put it on the little flatbed thing. Because the problem was that the Christmas tree was probably too heavy for you to do by yourself. I could have normally done it, but because I just had surgery, I wasn't able to pick up that amount of weight. So I went to the nearest person, and the nearest worker just happened to be a woman. And
that's not what happened.
Okay, what happened?
I went to her.
No, you didn't. I thought I
Yes.
did.
No.
Oh, you did
I
go to her.
turned to her and I said, you were
did.
standing
You're
next to
right.
me.
You're right.
And I said to
And that made it
her,
worse.
can you get the Christmas tree?
Mm-hmm.
Man, she made me so mad because she looked at you.
She looked at me up
She
and down.
looked at John
And the
looked at
look-
him up and down and said,
She didn't say anything, but
Yeah,
the look
but
was
her-
basically,
no, her-
you have a man. How come he's not doing
no.
this?
She pointed at you with her hand. Like she did like this, like I looked at her with my face about to say something and you jumped in and you said,
Yeah, I said, I normally
am
would
a
do
man.
this. I said, I am a man. I normally would do this myself, but I just had back surgery. I'm not allowed to do anything.
But
blah,
I'm
blah.
saying,
but
no,
let me tell you what I didn't like though. See, this is how you really feel cheap. So first of all, I really shouldn't have said anything to her, but I felt like I had to.
I wanted to say something.
And then once I said something to her, she didn't really change her facial expression.
No, it was
She
like
almost was
that-
like she thought I was lying.
Yeah, because you were standing up. You were, you looked
that was-
fine.
yeah.
I thought she was really being rude. She wasn't
Right.
being considerate to the fact that what we were saying was true.
Right.
I mean, I thought that wasn't the way that you should act. You have to be
Yeah.
professional in your
Right.
job.
I agree.
So I didn't think
Yeah.
that was good.
I feel like
But
if
you
the
should
lady
not have
had
to do that.
I agree.
You should not have to explain yourself.
I agree.
You should not have had to even say that you had surgery.
But either way,
Yeah.
my point is, I think I re-examined some things about how I feel about what makes me who I am, and I think during that time I realized that one of the things that I maybe pride myself on is being able to help people with stuff,
You do.
being physically strong enough to help pick up something, and
Right.
somebody comes and they drop something, I can pick it up and help, whatever. And I just felt like. I felt like less of a man, but I really didn't feel like myself during that
Yeah.
time. Maybe that, I don't know. I don't know if that makes it any better. But
That helps. This is how I felt. You are down and out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is not forever.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So I
Yes.
felt like everybody's gonna have a time when they're down and out, whether they're sick, they've had surgery, and now you need to be taken care of. You're
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
always taking care of others.
Right.
Now you need to be taken care of.
Right.
Be okay with letting this be your time.
Right.
That's what I wanted you to understand. I needed you to be okay with this is your time.
Right.
It is only going to be what was it? 2 months.
Yeah. Maybe
That-
3.
yeah,
but
that you
it
were
was
gonna-
it was really a month of like serious, like, waiting on me hand and foot
Right.
kind of care.
But I just
It was
felt like
probably
if the
too much,
doctor
though.
said to you, this is it, you will never be able to pick up anything else. You will never be able to.
Right.
Then I could see you being. But
Right.
when you know it's going to be for a time.
Right. So here's the other thing, though.
Yeah.
This is another thing that came to my mind during this time. As I was just thinking through a bunch of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
here's what I realized. There will be a time where I won't be able to do any of this stuff
That is
anymore
true.
if I live long enough.
I mean,
There's
we've
gonna
seen
be an
that
age.
with
Yeah,
grandparents.
Right.
I mean, we've
Exactly.
seen that. Yeah.
Right. So there's going to be an age that I get to where I won't be able to do the stuff I used to be able to do. I've got to figure out a way from now to basically still feel like I'm who I am, even though I won't be able to do that. So I don't know how to do that yet, but I got to figure.
We have to remember
Yeah. We
have to remember.
We need to pray for memory like that at that time.
Exactly.
'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to remember this. You know what I'm saying?
You won't.
It's bad.
Oh,
I want
well,
to.
we
Though.
can replay this.
Yeah, we'll replay this podcast. That will help us if we can hear or see it.
Well, I won't be able to hear it.
That's true. You
I
barely
can
hear
hardly hear now.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you gonna
man.
still love me when my hearing's gone?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I love you now. What are you talking about?
You are wrong.
You just said you can't hear. And I love you just the same.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Oh, man. And now it's time for questions we want answers to that really don't matter. All right.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
I'm excited about this one.
Well, you get to go first. Is there a question that you might have as a woman that you want to direct to me as a man? A question that the answer really doesn't matter, but just something you want to know that you get a chance right now. I will have to be honest. I have to tell you what the actual answer is.
Okay.
From a man's perspective, at least from my perspective as a man.
Okay.
Why it is that whatever your question is the way that it is. That's what this segment's about.
Okay. It's a question that I've never asked you.
Really?
So I'm really excited about the answer.
Okay.
And you can't get upset right now because we're on camera.
We didn't say that. That wasn't part of the segment. I can get upset. We never said that was part of it.
Okay, so here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Why
do
men pee on the seat and they do not wipe it off? Please tell me. I will be cleaning the toilet. And I will lift up the toilet to clean your section or the men's section.
My section?
Whatever.
Okay.
They lift up to use.
Yeah.
And it is lifted, and I will see.
Oh, so you're not asking now about the actual seat that you sit on. You're talking about the bowl.
Because, let me talk.
Okay, go ahead.
Talk.
All right.
So normally you are lifting the seat.
Correct.
Okay.
Most of the time.
If you do use the restroom with the seat down.
Yes.
I don't normally see urine on that seat.
Okay.
Every so often I do.
All right.
But I give you a pass and I just wipe it off and move on because you don't normally do that.
Okay, good.
But when I lift the seat to clean it, and there is a yellow residue around the back part.
How do you know that's not from you?
No, I don't lift the seat around the bottom of the seat,
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
and then on the actual ring as well.
Wow. This
I
is
just wonder.
This is a much longer question than
I'm
I thought.
sorry. I'm sorry
This is really bothering you.
when it is lifted for you to use and you see the yellow residue, and this is men. This is men in general.
Okay.
This is men.
And also your husband, apparently.
I just wonder when you lift it and you see it, it seems like you would say, "Oh man, let me get some spray and just clean this off real quick because that is pretty disgust."
Do you want the honest answer?
Please.
Okay, here's the honest answer. Women, are you listening? Here's the honest answer. We never, ever think about what's under the seat.
What?
Because we're not going to sit on that. Who cares?
But if it's in your house. What?
We're just not thinking about that. Listen, urinating for a man is always a quick and very,
So
saying stand
you're not
up,
paying
go,
attention.
and bang. Usually that's true.
There
But I
might
do have
be
an
a
answer.
scent.
I do.
And I don't know.
Is it
where
a
it's
scent or a
coming
stench?
from.
Which one?
Stench. I was
Okay.
trying to be nice.
Okay.
Lift up the seat and I say, wow, this is why.
You wouldn't know why it smells.
And it had to be lifted by you before I lifted it, which means the yellow
You had to have seen
residue.
it. Right. So I wasn't
Why?
looking. Yeah. So, okay. There are two main times that men use the bathroom mostly, right? Late at night and early in the morning.
So you don't use the bathroom during the day?
Sometimes when we do, that's like at work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not using my home restroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So during the day, I'm at my office.
I get it.
Okay.
Okay.
So the stuff you see around the bowl, underneath, whatever it is you're seeing, that's from 3 a.m.
Okay.
or 5 a.m.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So that's the main reason. So I'm in the middle of my sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hurrying up. And listen, one way to avoid that would be for men to sit down and urinate. But we're not going to do that because that makes us feel like less of a man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
all right.
that that's the reason.
Thank you.
Does that help?
That does a lot.
Now, do you want me to actually start cleaning after myself and looking?
That would be nice.
Okay, I'll try. I may actually do
Just
that.
a couple of wipes,
Maybe I will try that. Okay, well,
Appreciate that.
I have a question for you,
Okay.
and this is, I guess, for all women because I have a sister, I have a mother, I have a mother-in-law, I have a sister-in-law, a couple of them actually, and all of you seem to have this same issue. I don't know what it is, but I thought what I wanted to ask you was, why do women buy so many hair products? But when I realized my real question is, why do you women think that the new hair product you just bought is going to actually do something different than the one you just had? Okay, so let's just go through the amount.
You have no idea.
Hold on, let's just go through the
the
amount of curling irons
That is so
and
funny.
flat irons that you have. Okay, they're assorted colors. Some of them are thin, some of them are thick. But to me, your hair looks really good with each one. I can't tell. And then you ask me after you're done, hey, can you see the difference? And if I don't see the difference, you get so mad at me.
I do not.
The whole time I'm thinking,
I'm just like, how do you not see what I see?
why does she think this one is different than that one? I don't get it. So anyway, help me with that. I don't understand.
First of all, when you're walking in the mall
Okay.
and someone from a kiosk stops you and shows you this flat iron
Okay.
and all of the great things that it can do,
Supposedly.
and it's showing you with actual hair,
Right.
you cannot help but think that that's what it's going to do to
It's
yours.
going to work for yours.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And I have gotten those flat irons. I've
Am-
fallen.
Amen.
That's one of my,
Amen.
I've gotten many of those.
Yes, you have.
And when I first use it, it definitely does.
You think it
just
does
that.
whatever
no,
they
it
said?
does. It does.
Okay. All right.
So the initial usage of the of the flat irons, it definitely does something different.
Okay.
Now, after a while, it does.
See,
the same.
see what I'm saying?
let me-
Different is
let me-
not necessarily better.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, as far as products are concerned,
Yes.
they are not the same. Women get different products. They're constantly getting different types of products because it does different stuff to your hair. So you may have something that holds it better, or that gives it a volume that you need,
Okay.
or that will shine it up.
Who is the person that notices what it does better?
First of all, when you say, "Man, your hair looks really nice," you have no idea what
Why it looks
products.
nice? Okay,
Exactly,
okay,
you don't
all
even
right.
know.
I'll accept that.
And
Okay.
and the reason why I have a lot of products is because I'll get something and it didn't work for me. I'll use. See, my hair is the kind of hair that I will use a shampoo and conditioner twice, and it'll be like, oh man, it'll be great. And then
And
I
your
use
hair
it
like
the
gets
third.
used to it.
It
and then
does. It gets
doesn't work.
used to it and doesn't work anymore. And so I have to get a new shampoo and conditioner.
Wow.
And then I'll have to go back to that old one. And then,
Just switch it up like
I'm telling you, it's how hair products work.
that's hilarious.
And you don't want to throw it away because you paid like, $18.
$50 for it.
$22
For some shampoo.
No.
$50 for
I've
shampoo.
never done that. The most I've spent on hair products.
Hold on. April Vanetta Mendinghall Nixon. You are saying to me that you have never spent $50
No,
on a shampoo.
never. And you've never seen me spend $50 on a shampoo.
Okay, how about the shampoo conditioner together? Okay, that's a yes.
I can't deny that one. But I've
Okay,
never
good.
done $50
Just
on
for shampoo.
one.
All right, I agree. All right,
I haven't
that's
done
true.
that. Yeah.
I was a little bit overboard there.
Okay.
My bad. Okay, so I've got some words of the day. Well, I have a word of the day. April might have one too, but I have one. And it's related to what we were just talking about. My word of the day is bamboozled.
What? Why did you pick that word?
Because what means to be fooled or cheated, hoodwinked, misled, or deluded. And that's what I think you women are when you buy all these hair products.
Oh, wow.
Bamboozled.
Oh, my.
Maybe you have one too now that I have a good one.
Well, you know what? Since you said bamboozled,
Okay.
I do have a word of the day.
Okay, what is yours?
And mine is unsanitary.
Ouch.
Exactly. Because all that urine on the back of that seat is unsanitary. So if you're going to say my stuff is bamboozled after I explained it.
Now, hold on. Let me see if I can figure out what this means. Unsanitary, dirty or unhealthy, and therefore likely to cause disease.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Unsanitary.
That would hurt.
That's right.
Okay, so I'll try to be more sanitary. So
you.
between now and the next podcast, I will actually clean the toilet seat.
But I will not buy less.
Stop buying.
That will not happen. You have a daughter too,
gotta
so
figure that.
it's
That's
for me
true.
and her.
Man.
So that's definitely not
And it goes
happening.
by so much faster. Goodness.
Oh yeah, you can
Well,
forget that.
Thanks for listening to Just John and April one more time.
All right.
Until next time, we'll see you.
Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Alright. Everything's gonna be alright.
So right now, April is talking to me about the merits of this new flat iron thing.
It is really good. This whole blow drying and curling at the same time, you can't beat that.
That's what I'm talking about. Back at Sam's Club now, going inside to buy this thing. I mean, that's obvious.
Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna